Bureau of Land Management is the largest public land manager in the entire United States, grossing the most money out of any of the public land managers and supporting about 500,000 jobs in the United States. What I'm going to talk about today is that fraction of the jobs that you get in the field offices working for the agency and doing work that's in the environmental sciences field, as well as helping you get an understanding of where jobs in fire, recreation, and cultural resources might be. Hey, I'm Danny, and this is Ecology Story Mode. When it comes to working in recreation, environment, or cultural resources, there's a limited number of jobs in the agency, with only probably about 10% of full-time jobs in the agency existing in the field offices. However, that other 90% of the jobs is a place where you can get a lot of good summer internships, summer jobs, and initial jobs out of college. Or if you have no college degree, still get jobs in these fields. Outside of that 10% of jobs that's in the office, that other 90% of the job is going to be seasonal work through either the actual agency itself or by going through select contractors that work with the BLM. When it comes to full-time jobs in the field, the real big thing to look at is the agency's multiple usage mandate. This pretty much means that every single type of interest that could be had on public land and where the resources are available, the agency will have staff dedicated to that kind of resource or that interest. That's anything from recreation staff to fire staff to mineral staff to wetland staff, just depending on what's in the land that they're managing at that particular field office. So if location is something that you're not too worried about, you can honestly have any single search term that you want, type it into USAJobs, and you'll probably find a job pop up within the BLM. So the first source for seasonal jobs is going to be through USAJobs also. This is the actual field office jobs. The staff that work at field offices pretty much at the end of each year look at what work is left for next year and how many staff they want to hire on, and they will open up that many positions for the type of work that they want to do for the next season. And that's going to create all of the seasonal job postings. Most common things that you're going to find here from my experience are biological science technician, so 0404 in USAJobs, and park rangers, which is 0025. As well, in some locations, you'll also be able to find range technician spots or range conservationist spots. These are good because they're seasonal. Some of them are also full-time, and they'll start you out generally around a GS5, though depending on what you're doing, you might be able to find one that requires no college experience to very little college experience. The second place to look that is not through USAJobs is going to be GBI, or Great Basin Institute. Now, there's going to be a lot of job opportunities in pretty much each field. The website for Great Basin Institute is actually laid out really well and lets you look through based on what your interest is in all these different categories when you're looking for positions. Chance that you get paid better than what you would for whatever seasonal that you normally do, though sometimes it'll be less pay for the same job that you would do if you did it through USAJobs. So shopping around on the GBI website is a really good idea. Also, because it's a contracted position through the federal government, you have to go through all of the same really complicated steps with OPM in the actual application process, which makes it a slightly more enjoyable job application experience. The third source you could look at is the SCA, or Student Conservation Association. This is going to have a lot of opportunities that are going to be going year-round, and it's a really cool place to look if you're really struggling finding somewhere to start. However, you're generally going to be looking at things that are funded through AmeriCorps with less funding, and they're more in the scope of being more Conservation Corps kind of deals. So while there are going to be a lot of science positions that open up through here, most of what you're going to get is Conservation Corps postings, and this is cool because it gives you practical field experience. A lot of people, when you're applying the jobs, actually will really appreciate that you have this experience, as well as you might be able to get special hiring statuses through some of these jobs, such as Public Land Corps, that will help make future applications less competitive. The third place to look actually connects you back to SCA and other resources, and that is the direct hire program. Even though things like this are constantly changing and years from now it might be a less relevant program, right now, from what I've heard from people that have gotten hired on through the program, is it's the easiest way to actually get hired on. The Direct Hire Authority, or DHA, allows you to go past to doing OPM and allows your name to get on a list with a recruitment profile, so that if employers want to skip a whole bunch of tedious steps and just hire you directly into a federal position, they can pull you from this list. And if you look up these DHA programs, they're generally 11-week programs that happen during the summer. You can only get the DHA status, from what I've seen, with the Bureau of Land Management. However, from what I've seen, you can also get hired onto non-BLM agencies in the Department of the Interior. Normally, a lot of these programs, like the PLC, or Public Land Corps, eventually get passed over to other land management agencies like the Forest Service. I would say that this is a really good option if you're in college and you want to get a leg up in future applications for full-time spots. spots. I've done multiple seasonal things through multiple different sources that I listed here through the BLM. My time working for this agency has allowed me to work with a ton of different specialties and learn so much and help me propel myself in my career. So if you get a chance and you're a college student or a recent graduate and you're looking to get into public land work or environmental work of any sort, especially with the federal government, I would say definitely jump on one of these options that I listed right here. Do some research. These will give you some easy ins to where if you're not getting those full-time spots off the bat, it'll help you get it later down the line. As always, like, subscribe, let me know if you want to hear any more about this topic, and I hope you have a good day.